Hi, I'm Holly from the Sumo Digital Academy, and today I'll be speaking to some of the developers that worked on OilStrike 75, a game that was released on Steam as a promotional game for Still Wakes the Deep and developed here at the Academy. I spoke to Fagan about some of the decisions that went into making the sound and visuals of OilStrike 75.
Nostalgia was a big sort of part of it, having that sort of old-timey video games with sort of very basic graphics. The graphics then were very limited, and we initially looked at sort of having those very fixed limits on the visuals, but we ended up going for a bit more of a lax thing, as it's a balance between making a game look nostalgic and those graphics are particularly basic and not very fun to look at. But yeah, going for that sort of nostalgic look for the actual mini games, and then for the teletext, it was mainly trying to get it as accurate as possible for what someone actually would have seen when using a teletext system on their TV. The sound system was something that Dave made that emulated the actual sound chip. That was really cool. So the actual sound for the game is very close to what would have actually come from a similar system. For the teletext system, that was emulated by taking generic TTI files, which are used for storing like the raw data that a teletext system would actually get sent, decoding that and then sending that to a shader that would just print it to the screen. And that meant that when we wanted to do things like glitch effects, we could do really realistic ones by actually just corrupting the raw data. And that meant that we got glitches that were very close to what you would actually get on a real system, which was quite cool to see. So it was used for the sort of end puzzle sequence. It was framed as this sort of old oil rig info system that employees would be able to access information about what was for lunch or safety information, things like that. And the idea is it was an old system that still happens to be online after all this time, that you could sort of connect to and search around. And then over time, you'd sort of discover secrets and codes and ciphers that would lead you to these extra hidden secrets and Easter eggs for Still Wakes the Deep.